In 2015, two things happened. One, there was a bill passed called the Currency Bill. This was by President Obama. And the second thing, Jade Helm was going on throughout the country. Jade Helm was a military maneuver in which a lot of people in this country saw tanks, UN trucks, United Nations trucks, and all type of military people in California and a lot of different states, Florida, the Midwest, North Carolina, a lot of places, and they were doing maneuvers. And then the military was also witness to have all these trucks and tanks parked at Walmarts. Now, the year before that, and 2015, a lot of Walmarts closed, and they said that they were retooling Walmart for plumbing purposes. This was in Canada, California, a lot of different places. But they never opened. All those people were fired. They were never hired again. And then you saw all these military vehicles parked in the parking lot of Walmarts. And the media was never able to tell the American people what was going on throughout the country. So we saw a lot of flatbed trains and United Nations trucks on them and such. My theory to that is that they were getting ready, they were practicing, rehearsing, the military was, for riots that are going to happen throughout the United States when the currency bill actually comes into play. The currency bill is about taking the United States off the gold market, I'll get to the gold in a minute, and putting it on the standard of the computer chip, the chip that it's going to be put in everybody's right hand. And if it's not in the right hand, then you're going to have a barcode that goes across your forehead. And this will give retailers the information they need insofar as bank accounts and everything. Also, I want to say that another rehearsal that was done throughout the United States is the shutdown of the government. People take it as like nothing now. The government shuts down. Oh, okay, it'll reopen. But it's in rehearsal for what's going to happen. I believe that the government's going to shut down, not reopen. And the way that people are going to have that chip in their hand is that financial services, the transactions of banks will not be doing anything on the day of the transaction halt. In other words, no checks will be able to be issued, no withdrawals from your bank account. You won't be able to cash a check, put a check in the bank. SSI checks will not be granted. No food stamps, nothing financial in this country will be working. And people are going to go out and they're going to riot. It's going to be a mass riot. The new president, who I believe is going to be Oprah Winfrey, is going to declare a state of emergency, declare martial law, and all of those military people that you saw in 2015 from Jade Helm 15 are going to be out in force, and they're going to be putting people in concentration camps. There are concentration camps throughout the country. These are the defunct Walmarts that closed in 2015. So they are going to put a lot of people, a lot of rioters in those places, in those internment camps, and you're going to have a choice. You're either going to be in jail, which is going to be part of the Walmart system, or you're going to get that computer chip. And everybody's going to say they want the computer chip because they want access to their money. And what will happen is you will swipe your right hand against the kiosk, and you will be able to purchase whatever you need to do, whatever it's groceries or cashing your check or with depositing your check or SSI, whatever financial information that you might have is going to be on that. I think it's called the RFID chip, and it's going to be in your right hand. Those of you guys out there that don't have that are going to have a barcode that's going to be read via a scanner, and that's going to have your financial information. Now, in Revelations, it states not to get this, and I should have prepared because I don't have it. I don't think I have it with me. Here it is. I'm sorry. It's Revelations 13:15. And he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Verse 16. And he caused all both, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their right hand or in their forehead. 17. And that no man shall buy or sell, save be that he had the mark of the number of his name. 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understood count the number of man, and his number was 666, basically. That verse is telling you that it's a sin to get these two things that I mentioned, the RFID code and the barcode. It's a sin. It's in Revelations. It's in the Holy Bible. It's also in the Holy Quran, not to get these things. Now, when the Bible and the Quran were written, it was the time of Jesus. So I don't understand how they would know anything about computer chips or anything at that time. But we're not going to go into that. We're going to continue with this. And I will say that this new currency